So I'm really asking for your help on this one. And please tell me what you would do in comments. And I don't just mean that to whatever, for the algorithm. I could care less. So go with me here. So my wife and I run, or not run, well, we work or manage, I guess you could say, a tennis club. And the members and my wife and I put in endless backbreaking work every day to get the club functioning and going. Okay, so we have an ice machine that sits on the side of our building, and as you pull into the club, it's obviously private property, says no trespassing allowed. And a couple years ago, or actually like last year, we had to replace this big ice machine because people kept robbing the ice, and then the motor would keep running, and it finally locked it up. So yes, the members and the board that runs it had to buy a new ice machine. So this morning we are awoken to our live feed, hear notification alarm going off that someone's in the ice machine. Dude had pulled up in like a brand new or maybe a couple-year-old Yukon, got the license tag number, spoke to the dude through the camera and said, hey, you're on private property. Do you want us to turn this in to the police? Blah, 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 blah. And he was like, no, it's not necessary. So we posted it on our page, and I'm not going to mention any names. And within about an hour, we got reached out from a couple people in our community. Even so much as messages that are saved, obviously. Messages like, oh, we know who he is. He's a family member. We used to go to the club back in the day with my grandfather, and we just always came and took ice. That's just the way it was. We called it Gaddy's ice, whatever that means. So what? So you're telling me that now because you got a powerful last name or something in this town, or you used to be a member, you know, no one asks where we're from. You know, my wife's from New York, and her family has a powerful last name in Central and South America and New York. My last name, my whole family's in California, and man, some of my family owns the most beautiful property in the hills you could ever imagine. But here, who are we? Doesn't matter if you don't fit in with the clique, right? So tell me this. If that was me rocking in there, no one knew who I was with tattoos. If that was some brother off the street walking up there, if that was some kid or some, you know, dilapidated vehicle, how long would it take for that person to get picked up and arrested? How long? Is it fair that certain to-dos, certain echelons can just walk and take what they please? But yet the other day, I was at a Dollar General and a lady was getting shackled and cuffed because she stole some patches and a couple candy bars for her kids. Patches meaning for like to stitch your clothes up. Okay, this ice chest, by the way, was a Momo, big one. It sat on my back. It was too big, I guess, to put it. No, it wasn't too big. It was a Yukon, but it had one of those trailer hitch things, slide in, it sets on the back, filled to the rim. How much money would it cost in bags of ice, driving that $150,000, $20,000? How many bags of ice would it cost you as you passed all the stores before you pulled into the private club? 50 bucks, 100 bucks? I don't know where everybody's coming from these days, but that's criminal trespassing and thievery. Am I wrong?